insertions. I think the left one is buffed. The right one is just slightly nerfed. But it doesn't bother me. I just gotta start with the right one. No. 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 Okay. One more. A little lighter. No. One more. One freaking more. You know, if something feels good, like if for whatever reason, the opening movement, I just like the feeling of, I don't mind spamming it, you know? If I do a set of alternating dumbbell curls later, and I just love how it feels, I could just do alternating dumbbell curls for the whole workout. I wouldn't want to do that for every workout and have the same lift every time. But, you know, if something is just putting you in the zone, make use of it. That's all I'm trying to say there. Okay. Now I'm comfortable moving on. Let's pick something else. My options with getting a push down that's like as much weight as I can actually do. Like, obviously, not a power lifter. I don't need every set to be as much weight as my body can physically handle. But, you know, some sets I want to do a bit lighter, focus on squeezing. And then other sets I want to really push it weight-wise to the point where, you know, 15 reps, 10 reps, I really can't get any more. So I could either throw like 3 plates onto that cable, well, that cable over there, or just put these 2 cables together and use 2 stacks on one of these, you know, dual arm machines. So this is a little easier. Nothing to it, right? Normal reps. I'm not going to go super slow. Really just going to try to burn out. But I will focus on getting a full contraction. Okay. One more. You know, I really like this setup. Apart from the fact that it's kind of freaky because, like, you know, the cables are right underneath my face. So if anything catastrophic happened, it probably wouldn't be very fun for me. But apart from like a normal push down, where this differs, I don't have a cable going right up into my face. So instead of sitting here like this or bending backwards, I get to really get on top of it and, you know, not have to put my head side to side. But at least one more here. Okay. Okay. Whew. I think that's enough there. Honestly, I was actually gonna save this for later. I wanted to do machine dips, but that machine was taken. It is open now though, so let's get over there. Okay, so I've kind of changed my approach to machine dips. So instead of just sort of treating this movement as like something to really overload and just have a lot of tension on my tries, I've been emphasizing fully straightening my arms out at the bottom and then getting an extra level of squeeze before actually coming back up and doing another rep. So sort of like portion A of the set will look like that. Complete extension, totally straightened, pause for a moment. Then there might be portion B where I straighten out, but I can't get that full extension. And then portion C, a couple partials, and I'll be ready to rack it by then. By then, a considerable amount of damage should have been done. Okay. One more. Oh my god. Okay. One more. Let's do one more of these. Okay. Oh my goodness. Now we can move on. Guess where we're going next? Did you guess right? Cross-body cable extensions? Even if you didn't, whatever. I could be doing the rope. I could be doing a straight bar. I could be doing maybe some light skull crushers. This one feels good on my elbows. At this point, I kind of feel like I've done 90% of the work per se. Not that I should just stop now, of course. But sometimes the exercise selection is a little bit, I don't know, it's not necessarily the first factor you should be focusing on. No matter what tricep movement I could do, I could go back to straight bar, or I could do those single arm pushdowns again. As long as they were hard sets, I'm gonna be satisfied. Sometimes I just like doing different things because I feel like it lets me hit whatever muscle I'm targeting in just a slightly different way. Even though if you look at all these movements that I've done so far, right, what have I really been doing? Taking my arms from bent position to a straightened one. Same thing with those single arm pushdowns, same thing with the dips, same thing with the straight bar. You know, if you break it down to its core components, that's all you're doing for tries. So no need to get too complicated with it. Just try to focus on squeezing hard. Well, pushing hard and squeezing hard at the bottom. That's what I'm trying to get at there. Okay. I don't really want to do one more of those. Let me pick something else, finish with it, and then we can start curls. I was going to try some funky D-handle pushdown, but it's been a while since I've done the rope. So I think just straight up set with partials. And then if I think I'm done, I'm done. But if I think I've got enough in the tank and it's going to be beneficial for me to do one more, then what do you think I'm going to do? Okay. I think that's good. Let's do some kind of dumbbell curl. Then before I know it, I'm gonna be checking the arm pump, freaking out. I was getting ready to start with just standing dumbbell curls, but I always start with dumbbell curls. So instead, just in the spirit of changing it up, I'm thinking seated concentration curls. And again, similar with triceps, my right bicep has always been just a bit behind the game compared to the left one. So I'm gonna go to failure, or at least as hard as I can go on the right one. Let's say I get 10 good reps and 4 partials. I'll match that with the left one and not exceed it. Okay. All right. At least one more. Okay. One more. A little lighter on this one. 40 instead of 50. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's pick something else. Oh my gosh, not sure what. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for a 2-in-1, and this might be the finisher. Not really sure. I'm not talking about supersets, I'm just saying I'm gonna be right here. So for the next set, maybe 2, just standing easy bar curls. And I'm going pretty heavy. Like, this is basically a plate, 225s. So I'm not gonna mind a little bit of swinging, just to get a couple of extra force reps out for sure. And I mean, with something like this, there's not really any partials. You can either do a rep or you can't. So once I can't, I'm just gonna rack it and be done. But after this, I'll take a plate off, do some regular preachers. And by then, I mean, just based on feeling of how my biceps feel right now, I mean, it's not gonna take much more to finish these suckers off. I guess I didn't swing those as hard as I thought I was, or as hard as I thought I was gonna. I think that's enough of that. Let's just move on to the regular preachers. That was a good set, though. Yeah. I think let's call it there. Whew. All right, let's find a mirror. So that ended up being much more volume for tries than it was for buys. I got a problem with it. It was just kind of as much as I felt like doing until I was satisfied. I think subconsciously I may have gone a little easier on buys volume-wise because I know that my right one's still just a little tender. I don't want to absolutely obliterate it, but none of those sets felt like I was messing with it. So I am perfectly satisfied. Oh my goodness. More than satisfied. Oh, even just, so this is what I was talking about in the car, about how when my biceps are pumped, it's hard for me to fully straighten out my arms because I can literally feel I'm pulling on my bicep by straightening it out all the way. Let's turn the exposure while they're talking. There we go. Speaking of 5:30, that's when I should be coming in here for my cardio. I've been doing like noon cardio. Not very intense at all, at least in terms of schedule. But let's run through some classics here. I mean, what do you think? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. They just closed down. So I think we are ready to roll. To do pull downs. And then pull downs felt a little just off. So instead I tried to do some seated rows, but that felt a little weird too. So I'm just going to say, fuck it, come back to pull downs. And then even if it's just one set and I decide to move on, you know, how many different movements am I going to try before I'm like, okay, this feels perfect. You know, like I guess hypothetically I could sit here and like jump on all other 5 back machines that are here until I'm like, okay, this one feels good. Let's start here. Whatever, man. You know, sometimes if something doesn't feel 100%, and I don't mean like it feels like you're going to get hurt. That's not what I'm talking about. I just mean kind of like subjective grading scale. Just get into it. You know, I've had lifts where the first 2 sets were kind of scrappy, but then once you're really in the zone, something just clicks. So even though this felt a little funky earlier, it's probably gonna feel pretty good right now after just a touch more extra warm-up. I'm actually gonna go a little bit lighter than normal, not the whole stack, and make this a bit of a slower squeezing set rather than a, you know, brutish throw the weight around set. Okay. Oh. One more. Just a touch heavier. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. Let's do some chest supported T-bar rows. I've already got the weight loaded up too. Okay, so 4 plates. I'd say for this machine, that's in the not too heavy, not too light range. Like this will be a good set for, I'm not exactly sure how many. 12, 15? We'll see. I'm gonna aim for 100. One more. Let's take 2 off. Oh my God. Okay. That's enough here. I think let's move on to something else. Whew. It's been a while since I've used a chest supported T-bar. These machines are fucking sick. All right. Straight bar and the full stack should play nicely with each other. I think maybe 2 more sets of these, and then, well, even if I just do 1, after this movement, I'm gonna go back to something lat biased. Either a pull down machine or pullovers, who knows. Let's just get fucking hyped up. Okay. Let's just leave it at one brutish set. This isn't really the smoothest cable. It's not, I don't like it. Move on. One and done. Something lat focused now. I've never used this specific machine. Looks pretty cool though. And after a couple feeler reps, feels like it'll be a pretty decent squeeze in the lats. Ugh. Let's take a moment. Okay. One more at least. No. Okay. Let's do a rest pause. Okay. This is an interesting machine because honestly, I don't really feel an insane squeeze on my lats at the bottom. Obviously, they're flexing, they're doing work, but it's almost like the fatigue sneaks up on me. Like full rep, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh shit, that just got fucking hard. I'm thinking, I don't know. Not done yet. I want to do a little bit more. Let's scout around for something cool. This row machine looks interesting enough. It's kind of piquing my interest. So, feel a rep. Pretty. Oh, this is a heavy ass fucking machine. Even if I was fully fresh, I could not be repping out the stack on this thing. This is the kind of machine I like. Like, I want every stack to have a max weight that's not humanly possible. Wouldn't that be a fucking world? But either way, just another row. We're definitely close to the end. I think maybe just one or two more after this, maybe. And honestly, if this feels super good, I might just call it here. Okay. Oh, goodness. Let's just run over, do a quick set of single and pullovers, and check this gosh dang back pump. Nothing special. 5 reps on one side, 5 on the left, back and forth. Heavy enough that I can feel it, but light enough that I can do good reps. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Aye. Ah. 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 Ay. Okay. All right. Let's go pose down. All right, here we go. Right in the fucking limelight. Let's just do a fucking lat spread through the shirt first. And then you be the judge. Tell me if we're looking like there's a solid amount of fucking thickness in here. Boy. Huh. Certainly fucking feels like it. Let's reveal. Let's reveal and discuss. So I don't know how many sets that was. I forget. Maybe like 6. No, more than 6. Maybe 8, 7 or 8 or so. No direct trap work. I mean, just fucking look at me. I don't think traps need any more work, right? I want my lats to get nice and wide, my mid back to get nice and thick. I don't really need any more traps. You know, you're really walking around like a meathead when you're... How many sets you got left, bro? I can wait. Traps and any muscle in relation to your build can kind of reach a point where if it exceeds that, you get into the goofy range. Now, I'm not saying muscle growth is so easy that that's something you really have to be concerned about. I'm just kind of saying. Like, we all know if you see somebody with huge forearms but small upper arms, you're like, something doesn't look perfectly right there. But, you know, whatever. Honestly, what am I even talking about? I make everything as big as possible all the time. There we go. I'm losing sight of my vision. But now let's run through some shit here. No. Oh, wait. Usually, I do a double bi like this. I kind of ease into it from the bottom. Let's do one Kevin Levrone style. He's kind of like he sucks it down. Dude, I feel pretty fucking full today. Hell yeah. Let's see back from the back. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Not really any other poses for back. I mean, you got lat spreads. Oh. You got double bis. And then you got the same shit flipped around. But I am fucking tired. And not just from the workout, which I definitely can tell I'm nice and winded from. I would cause, or I'd give most of the blame to that, to those chest supported rows. I definitely think I like single-sided rows at a time, at least on machines like that. Like that chest supported T-bar is sweet, but for me, every time I just got a whole, well, all the weight that I'm lifting plus my body, it's just being smushed against my stomach and my sternum. It's hard to breathe, but whatever. Pumped to hell, tired AF, hungrier than a goddamn. All right, so since I'm in a rush, I'm a little bit more prone to go lighter on the first couple of sets. Because if I were to like try to jump up to, you know, like the whole stack and a couple plates for straight bar pushdowns, it would take me a while to actually get warmed up to that. Because my elbows do not like it if I try to do really heavy pushdowns without getting warmed up. You know, I think that's pretty, I don't think that's an isolated situation for me. I think that's fucking everybody. So instead of starting real heavy, lighter, single arm, kind of cross body extensions, but really just try to squeeze. Like I want it to feel like my triceps are on fire at the bottom of each rep. Okay. All right. I think another few more of those will be good. Okay. Oh, fuck. Yeah, one more of those. Honestly, I'd probably love some assistance on this kind of set, but I think that'd be kind of tricky for somebody to spot. So I'll just do one more solo. Okay. All right. Let's do, I think let's do something straight bar. Probably right here would be good. With just a little bit of extra ingenuity, I can combine these two weight stacks into one and have a solid amount of mass at my disposal to move around. So after those 3 sets, even though they were light, this feels pretty fucking heavy. Even after just one feeler rep, I can tell this will be a nice heavy set for, I mean, it might even be less than 10 legit reps until I get some partials going. But as long as it's a hard set, I've got no problem with that. Okay. Okay, fine. Fuck. Come on, goddammit. Okay. And with that, I'd say triceps have been fucking obliterated. Ooh. Just by feeling as well as, well, just by feeling. So 30 minutes left. Let's go start some curls, goddammit. I'm gonna take the exact same approach to bias as I did with triceps. Instead of starting off with something gnarly heavy, I'm gonna try starting off with lighter curls and really hold it for a moment at the top. Honestly, I can't even really remember the last time I curled below the 40s for an actual working set. So let's see how much I can play around with the 30s. So based on how hard I'm trying to squeeze it at the top, my goal with this set is almost to do as few reps as possible, aka make the reps very difficult. Because I could just sit here and swing the 30s around for I don't even know how long, fucking forever. But being a little bit more controlled and methodical with it, you know, I want to get to like 20 and actually kind of not even be able to move. So that's sort of my mentality with this one. Oh, okay, that's kind of a burn I haven't really felt before on bias, but I think that was a little bit too light. Same thing, but with 40s. How many times? Okay. Oh, yeah. I think I know why I like using straps on curls. I was feeling a little bit of forearm activation on those ones. Ooh. Let's I don't know. Wait. I gotta think about it for a second. Haven't done these for a while. Let's go kind of old school. Not exactly Arnold style, but you know, close enough. Some bent over preachers. Now I don't really, or no, what am I talking about? Not preachers. Concentration curls. Yeah, you could do it standing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but honestly, the position of doing the concentration curl, like standing here like this, it's only like 3 inches away from. Fuck out of here in my mouth. It's only 3 inches away from being seated, and you know, like I've kind of said before, my whole sort of approach to all these sets is I want the muscle that I'm targeting to be getting a ton of work, all of the work, and everything else to be out of the equation. So what makes more sense for me? You know, sit here and try to balance and like hold myself up like this and do them, or be a bit more stable, sit down, and just have to focus on curling. You know, I think that answers itself. So 40 pounds, weight that I can really control. This is going to be kind of a squeeze and controlled bicep lift compared to my typical crazy bananas weight lift. Partially just because I'm in a rush and I didn't really have time to get warmed up to something nuts. But whether it's really heavy or really light, as long as you go hard, I say that's a good set. So I'm going to sit here and try to make it feel like my bicep is going to pop at the top. Maybe do 2, maybe just do 1. To be determined. Okay. One more. Okay. Okay. Now what? We'll figure it out. Some kind of curl, obviously. This curl machine will probably feel pretty good. Well, actually, no, not probably. I can guarantee it. So, I mean, those 4 sets already done were pretty hard. I think if this is a good one, and I feel like I've pretty much done as much as I need to, this might be the end of it. And it's probably... That might have been a little too heavy, but I think that's it. Let's go check the pump and roll. There's kind of some dudes over in front of the mirror that I really like, but what are you gonna do? Right here is just as good a posing spot of any. Now this was a good fucking arm day. I feel much better than I did. Like honestly, just the subjective feeling of this lift compared to the last back day, night and day, dude. I got so much sleep. I need to get that much sleep all the time. I feel like a fucking baller right now. But let's see if the pump matches, which I'm relatively certain that it freaking does. So again, hair is not going anywhere. Do not even start thinking that you're gonna see one of these videos and it's like me with a haircut. It is gonna keep on growing. Oof. Oh my goodness. Okay. What else is there? Lat spread? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, dude. Lat spread with arm pump is a deadly fucking combination. That is the way to do it. Ooh, dude, triceps going crazy. Dude, I think I have like a fucking I got like a cyst, man. You know, like where it's a big ass pimple inside your shit. I might have to. They're closing in 4 minutes. There we go. Nah, dude, fuck. Looks like the first collab might be with Dr. Pimple Popper. You know that Asian woman? If you know, you know. But whatever. So, oof. I do not have a measuring tape, but I mean, I don't think I need a measuring tape to say that we're fucking pumped. Okay, now I'm just having fun. Yeah, I love it. Okay, one more crucifix and then we're out of here. Ooh. Absolutely nasty. I might need 2 showers after this one. Let's get in the car. Bouncing around a couple different sort of handles, and regular pushdowns just were not doing it for me. So instead, long D handle kind of underhand extensions, which usually I don't like, just because I'd want to, because you gotta remember, you're super strong like this. I could push down, I mean, a fucking 100 pounds or a bazillion pounds with my hands over top of a bar. But when you go underhand, I mean, it's just a weaker, you're just weaker. You're in a more compromised state. But for whatever reason with the 2 D handles, I don't know, it just kind of like, it feels like I'm combining a rope with a straight bar. You kind of just have to try it. But I think a couple here and then move on to curls. Okay. Yeah, that's enough for the first one. Okay. Okay. Let's do it 2 and 2. 2 pushdowns, 2 curls. Repeat until pumped. So it took a couple sets to warm up. Feel nice and strong. With heavy curls, dumbbell curls at least, I am going to use straps. The action of kind of twisting the dumbbell, going through the motion of the curl. Without straps, like obviously with like the 30s or the 40s, it's whatever. But getting into 70 plus, it's really going to fatigue my forearms. And to the point where I almost feel like my forearms may give out before my actual biceps. And I'm aiming for biceps. So I'm going to take that potential fatigue out of the equation, throw some straps on. And honestly, I feel like I can just squeeze harder with the straps. So either way, 75s for 1 or 2 million reps. fucking God. One more. Come on. Oh my fucking God. A little bit of swinging and breakdown in form, but at the benefit of that much fucking tension on my biceps, well worth it. Next movement might be a bit more controlled, but let's get some tries going again. Let's just get some straight bar pushdowns going. I don't have any additional weight apart from the stack, so I'm gonna squeeze real fucking hard. Actually, I'll go a little narrower. Oh my God. One more. Oh my God. I'm gonna come back to this, but let's go do some.